Welcome to all of you. Today, in the poem section, I am going to talk about the New Nepal by renowned poet Siddhi Charan Shrestha. Before starting the poem, I am going to share you about the poet Siddhi Charan Shrestha. Siddhi Charan Shrestha was born in 1912 and died in 1992, was a great revolutionary Nepali writer whose literary work played a significant role in the fight against the autocratic Rana regime. Known for his poetry that inspired freedom fighters, Shrestha faced severe consequences for his activism, including an 18-year imprisonment due to a poem in Nepal Bhasha that criticized the regime. His celebrated poem, Mero Pyaro Okhaldunga, reflects his deep pride and affection for his birthplace in eastern Nepal. Shrestha's early life was shaped by his family's relocation to Kathmandu and his education at Darbar High School, where he was influenced by the renowned poet Siddhi Das Amatya. During his imprisonment, Shrestha, alongside fellow writers and artists, continued to produce significant literary work despite the hardship. His personal grief, compounded by the loss of his father, further fueled his poetic expression. Following his release in 1945 BS, Shrestha contributed to journalism, notably as the editor of Nepal's first daily newspaper Awaz Voice. After the fall of the Rana regime, his legacy was honored posthumously with a commemorative postage stamp and various locations in Nepal, including a highway and a municipality, were named in his honor to celebrate his contributions to Nepali literature and national identity. He is famous for his books that talk about social issues, human rights, and life in Nepal. His stories often focused on the struggles and hopes of ordinary people, making his writing both engaging and thought provoking. Shrestha's unique style combined traditional Nepali storytelling with new literary methods, which earned him many awards. His works are still read and respected today, and he is remembered for his important role in Nepali literature. His stories continue to inspire both readers and writers in Nepal. The poem New Nepal is translated by Sridhar Loni from Nepali to English, calls for a new beginning for Nepal, urging people to wake up and speak the truth. It encourages bravery and unity to overcome past struggles and injustices. The speaker asks Nepal to bless its people with courage and caution so they can move forward together. The poem rejects harmful traditions and divisions, calling for a brighter future where equality and justice prevail. It urges the elimination of oppression and inequality so Nepal can truly flourish. Now I am going to recite the poem Arise, wake up, reveal the hidden, O new Nepal. Speak of truth and beauty. Let the cleanest current of consciousness gush forth with vigor, O New Nepal. Jump up and soar over this black uphill precipice. Set free the courage stifled with age long persecution, O New Nepal. Send packing the worn out deserter with furious laughter. Let the advancing foot take the new step to bring forth the bright day, O New Nepal. Bless us with courage and caution, power and union, distasteful rituals, heartless class divisions, away with all such idle forces, O New Nepal. Let the living thoughts resplendent within Nepali hearts conflagrate and open up. Those not to be done acts performed in desperation under the cankerous inequality of wealth by hungry stomachs and bare backs, annihilate all such evil elements, O New Nepal. Now I am going to explain the poem uh, from my view. New Nepal, a six stanza poem originally written by Siddhi Charan Shrestha in Nepali and translated into English by Sridhar Lohani, is a political poem that voices a strong call for Nepalese to rise above the inequalities of the past and bring in a resurgence of freedom and human dignity. From the beginning, the poet calls all the people to arise, to wake up and to reveal their hidden energy for creating a new Nepal, for breaking the old discriminative ruling system. He requests them to speak for truth because truth is the beauty and it was ugly for the rulers. He calls them to come up with the cleanest current of consciousness with their gusty vigor to create new Nepal. For that, they needed to jump up and soar over the black precipice or mountain. Here, the Black Mountain is none other than the Rana ruler and their rule that should be overcome by the people's movement. He calls the people to set their legs free from age long persecution with courage and send out the older deserter with furious laughter. It shows how Nepalese were suffering in the long night of autocracy and how they needed to break those rules with courage. He calls up all the people to collect their courage and kick off the old injustice. They should let the advancing feet take a new step for the new rule in the new Nepal to bring a bright day of sunlight, equality, and freedom. For that, people needed to show their courage, move with caution, collect power, and get unified. He also reveals the condition of the people, how they were living in discriminative rituals and heartless class divisions of the higher royal class and the hopeless common people. He calls them to put away all such idle forces that had put them in such domination, and he calls them to let the living thought of Nepali hearts conflagrate and open up their true identity. The hungry stomachs and bare backs of the people will annihilate all evils and cankerous inequality between them. After they sweep away the existing evils, they would be able to make a beautiful new Nepal. The poem is centered about the new Nepal. It is a passionate call for transformation and renewal in Nepal. Through this poem, the poet urges the nation to rise above its past struggles and to embrace a new era characterized by truth, beauty, and positive changes. The poem calls for a rejection of outdated and oppressive systems and for the establishment of a more just and unified society. This poem emphasizes the need for a vigorous and clear consciousness to overcome past hardship and to live beyond obstacles. The imagery of jumping up and soaring over symbolizes breaking free from the constraints of old traditions and societal issues. The poem advocates for courage and the courage to challenge and discard obsolete costumes, class divisions, and inequalities that have plagued the nation. Furthermore, the poet expresses a desire for a society where progress and unity lead to a bright and prosperous future. The call to annihilate all such evil elements suggests a strong rejection of inequality and injustice, and a vision of a society where genuine thoughts and feelings can flourish. Overall, the poem rejects a fervent hope for a new beginning for Nepal, driven by unity, reform, and a commitment to social justice. Thank you for cooperating me.